The hottest pop culture stories of the day. Like the BAFTA Awards, the nominations were announced, and they may fall in line where we think the Oscars are going to fall into. Plus, Bella Hadid and Cowboy X broke up, and it's about to get messy boots. This is Hot to Go. I'm Brittany.
I'm Colleen.
And I'm Mike.
And we've got the BAFTA Award nominations. They are out. As you know, the BAFTA Awards are the awards. I mean, I would say they're akin to the Oscars, but in the UK. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, they're probably the most clear sign of now, after we've had the Golden Globes and some of the Emmys and things kind of like push things around.
It's an indicator
of where the Oscars are going to go.
Yeah. One thing that is of note, do you know what got zero love in the BAFTAs?
I'm guessing.
No, that's that's the second thing that I was going to tell you about, but got no nominations, zero nominations at all, none.
What?
Anything from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Whoa.
Did not show up in the BAFTAs. Wicked did show up, but not for the main stuff. Not for our friends Cynthia Erivo or Ariana Grande.
I wonder if they got like
they got some
music.
Like technical stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but nothing. I mean, so definitely notably absent. Also from the Oscars, also from the BAFTAs, right? So like, there are some consistencies. We are seeing some of the in the best film category, some of the same things. Sinners, which you just recently finished.
I just finished.
Started it months ago.
To finish it.
Finished it yesterday. Today.
I don't want to brag.
It's it's nice. You made it last. That's what I appreciate.
Yes.
But Marty Supreme also in that best film category, one battle after another. So you're seeing some of the consistencies with the things that we're buzzing about here that showed up in the Oscars.
And I will say there is no actual original song. There's original score. So that's one of the big reasons why Golden wouldn't be up for anything.
True.
For that movie.
K-pop can't be in any of this then, right? Or because it can't? Or because of streaming? Well, why can't K-pop Demon Hunters in itself be up for anything?
Oh, it could be, but
okay,
but it didn't. It just didn't make it.
Wow.
So it wouldn't be for Golden, but then it's also just not for anything.
Yeah,
that's wild,
right? Yeah. So there you go. But I think again, so this to me, all of these award nominations, they're worth looking at because it does just inform you about what you might need to do to be prepared for the Oscars. If you are a person who wants to know, if it matters to you, to know what is, what's happening in the Oscars, any of these awards help inform that.
And I'll tell you this, like you said, Wicked for Good really got the, hey, we'll throw this one for you. They got costume design and makeup and hair. And that is like pure proof if you don't get any of the best actors, best actress, not even best, picture, things like that. And that's what you get it. That's them going, we'll throw them these bones.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nary another bone was thrown.
Ew. No bones for you.
No bones for you, Wicked. Wicked 2, Electric Boogaloo.
More Wicked to be had. Wickeder.
Even wickeder.
I wonder because, we're getting that that sentimental value one is popping in on this one. Mm-hmm. And then we're also getting, there's another one that I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of popping out a little bit, but it's not winning anything was, Hamnet's doing well as well. Like that one actually did well in some of the last awards.
Leading actress for BAFTAs, this is interesting actually too. Chase Infinity famously did not show up in the Best Actress category for the Oscars, is in the leading actress category for the BAFTAs. Alongside Kate Hudson, who also got a nomination for the Oscars. Emma Stone for Begonia. Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. And then the last person rounding out that category is, cannot pronounce her name.
That Renata Reneviz.
Yeah.
They're cheating. They added one, though. There's only 5 when it comes to the Oscars.
Yes.
There's 6 when it comes to the BAFTA.
Exactly. So that one is what made Chase Infinity be able to be named.
Can we acknowledge that my man, Jesse Clemens, is in Best Leading Actor, Begonia.
Yeah.
Finally. I want him to win So bad.
Listen, throw him something.
I know.
Now, this is a big one because actually for the BAFTAs, it wasn't just that they added an extra one. Wagner Moura is not a part of this, which he actually won it for the Golden Globe, and he's thought to be one of the contenders to maybe give Timothée Chalamet a run. He's not even on it. So that is a name to maybe see what's going on with that. He was in The Secret Agent.
Interesting.
So something to keep an eye on.
I love this.
I love this too. And when does this actually go down?
That's a really good question.
February 22nd.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we have so many things
And
going
guess
on.
Right after you can get your Girl Scout cookies.
And right after the America's Next Top Model documentary drops.
Thank you.
And despite this person hosting, there will not be a murder.
Yes.
Alan Cummings.
How fun is that?
Be hosting.
How fun is that?
The outfits are going to be insane.
It's going to be incredible.
And keep in mind, like, I get it. Like, he does like a Scottish vibe when he does the Traders, but this will just be like a award show vibe. So the literal theme will be over the top fancy. Plus, he incorporates so much like face art and hair art.
His fashion is full body.
Full body.
I just want him to go all in with it and come with a murderer shirt on.
Murder. There's been a murder in my castle. I love that. Okay, we've got a breakup. Though these two are not married, it's going to be messy. Bella Hadid has been dating her cowboy boyfriend. That's like the name he gets in most things. Like, we don't need to know his name, even though
Is he an actual cowboy?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why she got into riding so hardcore. He does the rodeo circuits.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, his job is cowboy. Like, it's what Ken wants.
Is beach. Yeah. It's fine.
So they broke up on Monday, and you go, okay, it's a breakup. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. The problem is they have so many things together. They have a bunch of business ties because she got into that cowboy circuit and was like, the touch of Bella Hadid. Let's add, this and this and this and this. Plus, some multi-million-dollar horses. Yeah, a couple horses.
Okay.
And the first time I read this, I went, why do they have so many multi-million houses? I went, no, it's horses. And then I went, why do they have so many multi-million horses?
Well, because cowboy.
Cowboy, I guess. But
Makes sense.
Don't real cowboy just grab random horse?
Real cowboy just grab random horse.
Not $8 million rider. Adden is who he is. He's won $8 million.
He is cute.
Oh, wow.
As a rider.
Wow.
So he is.
Yeah, but like when you're on like a horse that's $5 million, subtract it. So he's made like $3 million.
He's a rider of the year in 18, 2020, 2021, 22, and 25. He's doing okay.
Another like thing to note is Bella literally completely left the Hollywood scene for this guy.
Oh, wow.
So word on the street is it's going to get tense real fast.
And like they weren't married, so there's no prenup. This is just...
It's almost harder, right? Because it's not like you can go to a place and go, all right, who gets this, who gets that? Like there is no formal way to split this.
I mean, they'll have their, yes, you're right. And there was no possibility. Well, maybe, I don't know. Who knows what kind of contract they drew up for their joint ventures? Maybe they did figure for what happens if they break up. That would have been the smart thing to do to protect your assets.
Now, me and Mike have some theories around the breakup.
Well, yeah,
Ooh,
she originally moved to Texas. They say for her health. Remember, she dealt with all those health issues.
She had Lyme
disease and everything. And apparently, that's why she moved to Texas. She was at a horse show. That's where her and Adden actually met. But you may remember, there's a lot of controversy around the final season of Yellowstone, because after Kevin Costner left the scene of Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan basically said, well, we need a strapping, handsome, older male to lead the way. It's going to be me. And he wrote himself in it to be like the star of that final season or one of the stars. In it, he famously wrote in his much younger, maybe far more attractive than he should be with girlfriend Bella Hadid.
Oh.
So he was actually she was the love interest of his character on Yellowstone. And there were a lot of rumors and rumblings that while she was hanging out with Taylor Sheridan and Adden and hanging around that horse industry, that there was maybe an opportunity that Taylor Sheridan and her were sharing a little bit more than just screen time.
Interesting.
That again from a blind item standpoint.
I love that though.
This Adnan really, I am guilty of, I don't know if he's hot or if he's just wearing cowboy stuff.
Okay, I'm going to need to look at this guy.
I know. Search him up because I'm like,
I'm not a big Hadid follower, so.
And like, I literally, I know. He's one of those guys where you see him in a big truck with his hat and you go, dang-a-lang. And then you're like, wait, is that just like a nerd?
Is it just
a nerd in cowboy hat?
He's wearing?
I don't know. I hate that my type is like, yeah, I'm really into this.
I don't know his dimension. I'm guessing you could probably just pick him up and put in your pocket because he's a horse rider. So I'm sure he's a pretty smaller dude.
A small human. Mm-hmm. He does look good in a hat, though.
I'll tell you that.
And a big buckle.
You got a cowboy hat or a backwards hat? I'm like,
I gotta say something, and I don't know how we feel about this. He is definitely somebody who looks better with sunglasses on.
Yep.
You're like, that's sexy and
so hot
until you see it without the aviators, and then you're like, ooh, can we put those back on?
I think that too. Like, if you take off a hat and aviators, I'd go.
I'm not sure about that.
Like, again, of course. Sure, he's hilarious and amazing, but I'm just saying, if we were going to take 2 seconds and acknowledge something that we have eyes and a heartbeat,
exactly,
like him with her on a horse with sunglasses and hat,
sexy.
I think, frick, man,
so sexy. And then
my everything.
I just saw the one with him without the sunglasses, and I was like, gonna need to put those back on. I don't know why.
I'm with you.
It's just reality. I call balls and strikes. That's what I do.
Okay. Tell us about Kim Kardashian.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about Kim Kardashian. Listen, you guys. I always have difficult feelings about Kim Kardashian, but this really brought it home. We're talking so much about her because she was on her sister's podcast. And one of the things she talked about on that podcast was how she used Britney Spears to raise her profile very early in her career.
Oh.
She tells this story, like, actually completely shamelessly, about something that happened. So first of all, she admits, like, I was obsessed with fame. I just wanted to be famous at all costs.
I think we've got that vibe from her.
She says, I lived for it. So I appreciate that, right? She's being really honest about that. Then she goes on to say, and I don't know what year this was, but she says, we were at a restaurant and we heard these people like, oh, Britney Spears is staying at this hotel in New York. So this person at dinner had this crazy phantom Rolls Royce. She said, Jonathan Chabon, her bestie, I don't even know if they're still friends, but
the food god or whatever his name is.
Well, he tried to make that happen.
And I still holding on to it. I guess it happens for me.
Somebody's got to. She said, Jonathan and I could hardly ever even get a cab. So we were like, can we get a ride to our hotel? And the guy's like, yeah. And then we're like, we'll sit in the back. So it looks like, so this is like, just think about how calculated all of this is. So it looks like we got to this hotel with a driver. So when they got there, the paparazzi, she said, paparazzi everywhere were waiting for Britney at her hotel. They weren't following us at this point, but we got out and they were like, Kim, are you here to visit Britney? And Jonathan's like, keep your head down and shut up. So they walk into the hotel. She says, we go inside, we go into a phone booth because we don't know anyone at this hotel. We go in, we hang in the phone booth for like 20 minutes.
That's
and then we're
a long time to be in a phone booth.
With Jonathan Chabon.
With Food God.
I'm just saying. And then we're like, all right, let's get out. And then they go out and they're like, Kim, how was Britney? And then she said they took a cab, I think, because the Rolls Royce had dropped us off. Anywho, she said we totally scammed the system. And it was like on every cover, we thought we were killing it. How gross is that?
And you know what's so funny? Because you put this in our grid. And I thought maybe you were referencing recently.
Okay, so that's what I think is so interesting about this is she tells this story and seemingly is like completely unaware of the way that they just recently piggybacked off of Britney again.
They had her in a bed.
Which, can we just talk about what's tragic about all of this?
Is that she's a vulnerable adult?
But is that Britney, it just actually paints this picture of how Britney has been used since forever.
And like you go
to benefit other people who, in this case, like she didn't get compensated for.
No, and you also go, I don't think it's a far stretch to have to sit and think through why she'd rather just twirl in her own living room than interact. Because it's everybody wants something.
Yes. And who do you trust?
No one.
Yeah, definitely not Kim Kardashian. I can tell you that for free. And at the same time, I think to myself, Kim, you did it.
You did it, Kim.
You did it. Are you happy? Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
This is just like another example of Kim talking way too much. Remember the Justin Bieber situation?
Yes.
When she was like, I can't believe I haven't been canceled for this. And then tells us a story that we did not remember about her faking a date with Justin Bieber and maybe being all over him during this photo shoot when he was very much underage.
Yes.
Now she's bringing this up.
Yes.
What is she doing?
Kim, stop talking.
Stop.
Or get a good PR person to tell you to stop
Chris
talking.
is furious behind the scenes. Like, what are you doing?
Or maybe she's not, because remember, this is the person who allowed her daughter to release a sex tape.
I literally go back to the thought of they have these little moments where they're like, nobody has written a headline about us in about a week, and I'm panicked. Because there's a reason they do this. And then on top of it, you've got Kanye West is out here now apologizing for all sorts of things, talking about how he had a mental health crisis. That's why he said like these racist, awful things. And she's like, 1 second, hold my, I was going to say beer, but I feel like it's like hold my mineral water. Yeah. And she's like, I need the headlines back on me. So I will tell a story that I actually don't come off great in.
No, and she doesn't care.
No, she doesn't care.
And honestly, neither does the public.
We have such a low bar for her because when she did the Justin Bieber one, we're like, yeah, that was gross. But nobody said cancel Kim Kardashian because we're like, you can't
cancel her. She already broke the internet. She was the first person to break the internet.
Congrats, Kim.
Congrats.
That's dark. And you're like, God, can you just go be successful somewhere? I don't know. To not have to like rehash some of these things. We're like, ugh. Okay. I've got a very successful woman. Coco Gauff, as we know, has sometimes reactions to losing. And I understand this was a big loss for her. It was 6-1, 6-2, which means she lost both games.
We're talking tennis. Okay, just checking.
We're talking tennis all the time. That's what our show is known for. This is the question I want to ask you. So Coco Gauff, who's sometimes has a little bit of fits here and there, but nothing too big. She actually left the main area. And somebody secretly recorded that after she got defeated in the Australian Open, she smashed her racket in a hallway, pissed off, like breaks her racket, smithereens, shatters her racket. Is this acceptable? Because people get really mad when people in tennis do this on the court. But if she like left and somebody recorded her secretly, is this one of those moments where you go, actually, she was in a safe space, and I think she was fine.
I feel like she was in a safe space, and she's fine. And if John McEnroe would have done that, people would have been impressed.
Yes.
So let her get her feelings out.
I know.
If that's the available thing.
If you watch it, too, it's like, man. And it's not easy. Maybe they have, like, it's not easy to break rackets, but she just goes hard, and that has to hurt, too. And she's wearing, like, the cutest bright orange tennis dress, and she's just slamming that thing.
Listen, like...
It's so
I get it. She's a competitor.
Yeah.
When you get competitive and you don't, I get it. She's just having her feelings.
If everybody I had dealt with conflict who had instead like verbalized something to me instead was like, I'm going to leave for 5 minutes and went and just smashed a racket, I'd say, thank you.
Cool. Thanks for doing that and not for smashing me.
Yes, for smashing me or calling me a name or anything. Like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I just hear him in a hallway.
Yeah.
When it comes to athletes, especially in a sport like tennis where it's individual, you have the GOATs who people know everything about, the greatest that are out there. And then you have the ones that show personality and have emotion. And that's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any issue with that.
No, I'm with you guys. I actually feel like even filming her do this was not great.
If I were the sponsor... And I were the tennis racket sponsor, I'd be like,
look how durable this thing is.
Yeah,
wow,
right?
She can't even break it.
Thank you. That is some good PR right there.
Let's spin it.
I like it. Spin.
At this point,
it's hot to blow.
We have to head on over to Mike Ganger, our producer and blind item expert. What secret on the internet might be the next to blow?
Speaking of trying to spin something, our girl Jenna Ortega might need some assistance when it comes to choosing dudes.
Ooh, bad picker.
She's a bad dude chooser.
She's got a bad picker, as Kim Kardashian said in the wonderful TV show All's Fair. She was believed to be dating, actually for like the last 6 months at this point. It's believed that Jenna Ortega is dating Elias Runnenfeld. He is from the Danish rock group Ice Age. And they've been seen, there's been months of speculation about the two of them potentially dating. They've been seen at a Copenhagen airport in like the last month or so. There's some issues. I'll let you go down some of the rabbit holes when it comes to Elias Ronenfeld and also the band Ice Age, maybe some of the ideologies and things that they had to deal with, some of the controversy around. So she's dating that guy. Keep in mind, she most recently, when trying to sell a TV show called Wednesday, was in a relationship with Percy Hines White, who was since had a whole host of issues himself with sexual assault and things like that he has been removed from the later seasons of Wednesday. It seems like she might have a bad picker.
Yeah, not great. And like, I know that for someone like her, like showcasing that she has edge is like super important to her.
Yeah.
But like maybe there's a part of her that's taking that edge and like ignoring the fact that there's other things going on.
Also, maybe just take a break from men. Get your stuff together. And then try again.
Because how old is she? She's
only like 22, right?
Yeah, she's young.
I think she's still only like 22, maybe.
23.
23. Okay. And you're seeing that when you associate yourself with certain people far enough, or you have opinions far enough, right, wrong, or indifferent, eventually streamers get over it. And eventually they decide, we're no longer going to have you be the face of whatever we're having you be the face of. And they will find a way to move past it.
Oh, that's true.
I don't care how edgy you want to be. So that is one angle I just wanted to bring up with this story. And here's the other angle. And Colleen, I'm glad you're here because you are, one of the absolute pioneers of publicationships, if not the pioneer of publicationship. Jenna Ortega and this guy have been rumored to be dating for 6.5 months, 7 months, and we haven't heard about them once.
Yeah.
If they want us to know about relationships, we know about them. If they don't want us to know and they want to keep it hidden, they keep it hidden.
That is
just a little reminder.
Factual.
Yeah.
Isn't that so interesting? Because we get a lot of flack sometimes around the light of like, well, can't they just live their lives? And it's like, absolutely people can. You can literally live in a bubble, especially with the resources they have to date and, be a couple without having to do the paparazzi stroll.
Yeah, I like to think about back when Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello were dating and they could not keep themselves out of our faces.
Yes.
We were watching them do zombie walks, all the time. And it's like, people were like, well, just leave them alone. I'm like, no, but they don't want to be left alone. No. So that's the thing is like the paparazzi doesn't just show up unannounced when they're walking their dog. They're not doing that.
No.
Somebody called that in. Use logic. Yeah. And so to that end, other people can just walk their dog and nobody's going to pay attention.
1,000%.
If they don't want to be seen, they don't have to be seen.
It's Hot Mess.
This isn't the first time, and I promise you it won't be the last time. My hot mess, unfortunately, is the love of my life, Radar Online.
Oh, fun.
Radar Online is like my go-to. Headlines are everything. Here it is.
Literally, the headline is everything.
It's everything.
It always is.
You don't need to go any further.
I do read more because I love finding the insider quote. It's literally like insiders. And it's some random AI sentence they make that no one would ever say. So
good.
Those are the two things I always look for. Here it is. Radar Online. Exclusive. Lonely, in parentheses, lonely, Dolly Parton, quote, planning her own funeral, end quote, and wants it to be, quote, as joyous and fun-filled as she used to be.
Oh, that is so rude. Do not speak of Dolly like that.
They did Dolly so dirty.
They sure did.
And like all the things. They didn't need to put lonely in there. They could write Dolly Parton planning her own funeral. And then they didn't need to see as she used to be.
Oh my gosh, that's so rude.
So radaronline.com.
You're grounded, Radar.
Radar, you're in so much trouble. I'll be back tomorrow.
Go to your room.
I'll be there. Don't worry. RadarOnline.com can reveal that Dolly Parton is quietly thinking ahead of how she wants to be remembered, with sources saying that the country icon has begun planning her own funeral and is determined it should feel like a celebration rather than a somber farewell. Now, we got to go down, down, down. And here we go. Okay, ready?
insiders
say that Dolly has never been someone who shies away from reality, and reaching this stage of life has simply made her more thoughtful rather than fearful. She's still full of plans and energy, but she wants peace of mind knowing that when the moment eventually arrives, it will mirror the kindness, humor, and generosity she has spent a lifetime sharing with other people. That's an insider talking about Dolly Parton, not a made-up quote.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Also, why is this a story? Like,
correct.
There's literally no point to it, right? Like, number one, Dolly Parton doesn't need more attention. She's Dolly freaking Parton. That's number one. Number two, like, am I surprised that anybody is planning their funeral? I think that's kind of an important thing to do. If you really care, you should put some thought into it. Like, she's not, like, none of this. No, this isn't a story.
Work has always been her refuge, so having to step back, cancel performances, and sit with the quiet has been especially painful as she navigates the loneliness left behind.
Oh my gosh. Womp,
I think we know who the inside source was. It's that one sister who basically said she's on her deathbed.
Oh, totally.
Who's
Who's
that
like,
was the source that they
but
were able
she
to
was,
get a hold
well,
of.
because that's what I was going to say.
This poignant.
This is like a passive aggressive somebody
chance.
who's got some beef with Dolly being like, just FYI, y'all, Dolly's going to die someday. And we're all like, we know.
She used to
Don't
be
remind us. Yeah, what is that?
She used to be a good time. Hey, if you guys think Radar Online is onto something, please comment below. I'd love to see it. We need somebody on Radar Online's team here. Please like, subscribe, all the things we love making hot to go.